Switzerland 0, Colombia 0 then is how it finished in the late game. These guys could have played for what, another 120 minutes and not scored?
Something like that, yeah.
It's one of those games you look back and go,
straight to penalties.
God, I really should have bet on this because it was kind of there, wasn't it? We've seen Colombia scoring, lacking scoring throughout the tournament, Switzerland as well.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that. Well, because when saying that, it's like we feel that it was maybe boring. It wasn't that boring. I think it wasn't. It was for you.
I like the rhythm.
Oh, that was.
You sat next to me going, "This is so boring."
I never said that. Stop like.
I did.
I might have said, why do you have to go to extra time? But never say it was boring. No, but at some point you have some chances for both for either way, either team. But I found it quite interesting to see how they started to work on their own tactics, each other.
Didn't you go to the ESPN shop in the first half?
No, that was the other game. That was the first game. It was at 2-0 and I came back with 3-2. But really, no. I think it was and the ending, the penalty shootout, it's always something dramatic, so it's always interesting.
What would you like to say about this, Jack?
Well,
what would you like to say about this?
The thing is, it was predictable, you're right, because they're two teams that are quite similar in a way of their organization, in the way they're solid. I don't think there's much, the level is similar of those two teams. Switzerland without their best player in Johan Manzambi, who's a young revelation in this tournament, but he's been so instrumental in everything good that Switzerland have done, and without him it was very different. So it looked very likely from the beginning that those two would cancel each other out. You get to the penalty shootout, and again, this is a more defensive team from Switzerland than what we've seen so far, but Murat Yakin is a defensive coach-minded anyway. So it was kind of, predictable. And in the end, I think Switzerland probably just about deserved to go through.
Y'all are very kind. I'm wondering who can get to get me my 120 minutes back.
You're a very busy man, Jack.
I mean, they could have gone straight to penalties at 4 o'clock or whatever time it was locally.
Well, you had to eat all the
nobody would have noticed.
You had all the sweets in the green room.
Yeah, you were eating all the chocolate, so you need 2 hours to eat.
That's the only thing that's got me here.
Right.
Well, we have to talk about Akanji's penalty. Really, I don't want to be mad.
He got away with it, didn't he? Obviously.
Oh yeah, very likely. But he missed some years ago. He missed a penalty already
in the Euros.
In the Euro. And Messi did the same, missing 2 penalties in a row. But that's not even that he missed the net. It was like a rugby kick, like 2 yards higher.
But they still got through.
Yeah, but I mean, he has to stop.
Okay.
No, I give him. If I can give him an advice, do something else. Because I love Akanji. But of course, he's watching. Everybody's watching.
Yes.
But I love Akanji. He's a great defender. But stop shooting penalties, please.
Yeah. Mike, how long do we have to fill this? Ask about Colombia. They should have beaten Argentina. They're not through.
Oh my God.
What we do now, Dan?
Manzambi has to be back for Switzerland to beat Argentina in the quarterfinals.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
People got excited about Colombia, though, didn't they? They thought they were going to go far in this contest.
Yeah.
Why?
Luis Diaz, I think, underperforming.
Right.
1 goal, 1 assist. When you're the leader of a team, that is a talented team. They have, they have talents, but when you rely heavily on one player, especially in Luis Diaz, and he gives you not a bad World Cup, but not a good enough World Cup, then I think it's difficult. James Rodriguez is James Rodriguez and will always be.
Yep.
He can last an hour at best. And then after that, yes, you're very solid. You've got a very good back four, as we can see here. But the rest, you lack a bit of creativity. And I think this is that. If Luis Diaz is not on a good day, then you will struggle to create anything. And Luis Suarez, the Colombian one, obviously, great season in Portugal with Sporting, but a really poor World Cup too.
I think part of the expectation on Colombia comes because the Copa America finalists, and you just feel that of the South American countries, you have Argentina, and they're probably best positioned, or certainly over recent years have shown themselves to be the second best tournament team coming out to South America. There's also a lot is made of, and I think there's certainly value to this, how well they're supported at any tournament here in the United States, and you saw it again. Just seeing Colombia over the last few years, high tempo, high energy, very physical side, but none of that was on display today. And for me, that was a surprise. And that is kind of the frustration to it, because I share that expectation around Colombia and what you would see, including in this tournament and against Switzerland, this opponent. But I just don't feel they lived up to any of, well, certainly my expectation, and that was hugely disappointing.
Maybe it's a good thing that Switzerland go through in a way that it's going to be two different type of football played, where against Colombia, Argentina, it would have been kind of a CONMEBOL game and with lots of fouls and discussions and complaints, everything, where it's going to be, I think, the pace will be better. Hopefully, we'll see. But I think it's more interesting for me to see Switzerland.